Oh, in number 9, the lesson takes a little bit a different, it shifts slightly here. Because now instead of looking at lines that are parallel, we want to try to figure out what is the relationship between lines that are perpendicular. Now, perpendicular lines are lines that intersect to form right angles. Right angle being 90 degrees. So we're going to graph a line L5, which has a slope of -4/3, but it goes through 0, 2. So I'm going to put a dot up here at 0, 2, and it has a slope of -4/3. So down 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes to the right 3. Okay? So down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes through 0, 2, and it has a slope of -4/3. Now I took my Ventra card here, and I'm going to draw this line that goes through those points. Now that's L5. L6 has a slope of -3/4, and it goes through 0, 0. Now, -3/4 would be 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, it goes through the origin, and when I draw those -3/4 through 0, 0, and label this as L6, we can see that these certainly are not parallel. They don't have the same slope. They also don't form a right angle. But now I'm going to take another one at -2, -1. So -2, -1 would be right here. And I'm going to graph a slope of 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Has a slope of 3/4. Okay, if I use my Ventra card and I draw it very carefully, okay, and this is line L7. Now notice, if I put my Ventra card right here, look at that. L5 and L7 are perpendicular to each other. They form a right angle. Now look at these slopes. One of them is -4/3, and the other one is 3/4. Now, look at that. First of all, this one's negative, this one's positive, but also the denominator here is the numerator here, and the numerator here is the denominator there. So there's really two things going on. This is the opposite, but if we take that 4/3 and flip it, we get the reciprocal. So I'm going to write a conjecture here that it seems that slopes of perpendicular lines are opposite reciprocals. Okay? Now, opposite reciprocals means that there's two things going on. Opposite, it changes sign, and reciprocals, the numerator and denominator are changing places. So, for example, 2/3. The opposite would be -3/2. 1/4. The opposite reciprocal would be -4/1, or just -4. Now, if I have, let's say, -3, then its opposite reciprocal would be 1/3.